Nicola Sturgeon has been warned an independent Scotland would not be accepted into the European Union without severe constraints imposed on the country. Scottish Conservative councillor for Cooper Tony Miclinski hit out at the current state of Scotland's economy as he highlighted the struggles Nicola Sturgeon would face trying to join the EU. Mr. Miclinski told Express the United Kingdom is stronger together and Scotland's economy greatly benefits from being supported by the Westminster government. Mr. Miclinski said, the EU rules that they apply to everybody is a GDP deficit gap of no more than 3%. Scotland's is currently 7%. It is just about the worst in the existing European countries. Therefore, the rules that they have, especially post-pandemic when all economies are struggling, means I can see no scenario where they would welcome effectively a sick orphan, the Scottish economy, into their midst. If they did, they would impose strict and severe constraints on how the economy would have to be handled. That would mean closing the deficit gap, and that can only be done through increased taxation, cutting spending or massive borrowing. He added, by the way, the SNP talk about give us the powers and we can do this for ourselves, for example the UK's support from the pandemic. Of course that is not true. There is no way that a Scottish economy which does not really exist in isolation because it is supported by Westminster, would be given rates anywhere as good as the UK government can negotiate. Basically better together means we are better as a union with the strengths of the UK meshing with what we offer. During the same interview, the Scottish Conservative stated that Boris Johnson would not survive as Prime Minister if he gave Nicola Sturgeon a second referendum on Scottish independence. Mr. Miclinski added Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP should respect that result of the 2014 referendum on Scottish independence. He said, I do not think that the Conservative government with a majority in Westminster and with Boris Johnson as Prime Minister will ever give Nicola Sturgeon a second independence referendum. It will not happen on his watch, it cannot happen.